You say time heals, but I don't feel a damn
So,
thing
welcome again, guys. Thank you
changing.
so much for coming back.
I'm stuck on that hospital
I
floor,
consider
still
myself
screaming.
very, very lucky to survive the stroke that I had. But at the same time, I consider myself very lucky that I've actually reached my age, considering really what I've done. Yeah. In my time, I've been in gang fights. I've got blown up. I've been threatened with death by a couple of husbands. Fell off scaffolding. Fell off roofs. Got burnt climbing pylons. Several motorcycle crashes. Yeah, I consider myself lucky to have reached the ripe old age of 77. Yeah. And to have a stroke at that time and then come through it, yeah, I've been very, very lucky throughout my life. So the next story is just one of the experiences of where I consider myself to be lucky to be here. So please watch. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning again, everybody. Hope you're doing good. I've just come off the phone to a relative of mine, and they were saying how difficult it is to get a doctor's appointment, and that got me thinking about something that happened to me a long, long time ago. Yeah, so I thought I'd make a video about it, just really to highlight how times have changed, yeah, over the years. So we've got to go back to round about 1960, 61, yeah. And during them days, one of the hobbies for a lot of boys was collecting birds' eggs. Yeah, we would go and take the eggs out of a nest, yeah, and put the eggs in a box, a show box, for showing different birds. So it's a Saturday morning. I've gone out with a friend of mine, and we've gone to the edge of the River Thames to look for birds' nests. And what we was looking for that day was a bird called skylarks, yeah, where they nest actually in long grass. So my mate, his name was Freddie Stevens, and he was a couple of years older than me. So we're over there walking through this long grass and basically looking for skylarks' nests. And all of a sudden we come across a big concrete paving slab, yeah, and we wondered why it was there in the middle of the grass. So, boys being boys, we pulled this paving stone off to see what was there, and underneath was a massive sewer pipe going down in the ground. So Freddie used to smoke, so he had a lighter on him. So he said, "Should we throw a bit of paper down there, Mick, to see how deep it is? Because you couldn't see the bottom of it." And I went, yeah, okay, let's do that. So we've lit this bit of paper, and I can still see it now. The paper was floating down like this, floating down, floating down, floating down. And then all of a sudden, there's a massive explosion, and it's thrown us about 15 or 20 feet away from the pipe, yeah, and we're laying on the ground. And when it didn't make us unconscious, but sort of we were startled. So when I see Freddie, I went, "Fred, your face is all burnt." And I started laughing at him. I said, "You got no eyebrows. You got no eyelashes, and the front of your hair's all burnt off." And he went, "Well, you're the same." I went, "You're joking." And when I felt my face, I knew there was a major problem, yeah. So we decided to run home. I said, you better come home to my house, right? Because Freddie's mum was at work. So as we're running back from along the River Thames over a place which is called Thames View, I've stopped and looked into a car mirror, yeah, and I had the shock of my life, yeah. I had no hair here, it was burnt off completely. My eyelashes were burnt off, yeah. My face was completely burnt and red. So we've really carried on running quickly, yeah, to get home to my mum's house. And when I've gone in, my mum nearly had a heart attack. She went, oh, what the hell have you two been doing? Oh, da, 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 da. So she said, come on, get your coats, right? And she dragged us round the doctor's. Now, the doctor, who we had at the time, was in Gow Street. And his name was Dr. Stone. And I can still remember him now. When we walked into his surgery, and bear in mind, this is around about 1 o'clock on a Saturday, yeah, that the surgery was still open. As we walked into his surgery, yeah, he had his glasses on like this, and I can still see him now, and he went, what the fuck have you pair been doing, right? What the fuck? Like,
What the puck have you two been up to?
so he said, come here. And then he got his glass out and like pulling us around. Looked in my eyes, right, pulling it down. Right, okay, done the same to Freddie. Right, get outside. Took us outside and he put us in his car and took us to Rush Green Hospital, yeah, in Romford, yeah. He took us to the actual hospital, yeah. So luckily enough, once we're there, we was checked out, and thank God, our eyes were okay, yeah. But our face was burnt, and we had no eyebrows, and all our hair was burnt and stuff like that. So on the Monday morning, my mum said to me, Mick, get ready, you're going to school. And I went, there's no way. No way am I going to school like this. You must be joking, yeah. And I flatly refused. Yeah, my dad had already gone to work. There was, no way that she could drag me to school, yeah. I was Jack the lad at school, yeah. There is no way that I was going to school like that. It was an all-boys school. It was Campbell School, all-boys school. And the girls' school was next door. And there was loads of girls there that sort of I was really friendly with, if you want to put it that way. There is no way I was going to school, yeah. So this went on for 2 weeks. I flatly refused to go to school, yeah. And even my dad couldn't persuade me to go to school, yeah. So after 2 weeks, I'm under real pressure now to go to school. So what I've done, my eyebrows were growing back a bit, yeah. And what I decided to do was use my mum's eyeliner and to paint my eyelashes and eyebrows back in again, yeah, to give it somewhere. And I can still remember the day I went to school, yeah. I said to my mates, don't take the effing piss. But they did. They all took the piss, yeah. And the girls was even worse, yeah, was even worse. But I was lucky to save my sight, yeah, that I didn't lose my sight. And the same with Freddie, yeah. So we was very lucky on that day. But the point I'm making this video is, are there doctors out there like that today? Yeah, where they're straightforward and would be like, yeah, come on, let's get you there. Let's get you to the hospital. Or would it be, okay, we'll phone an ambulance, wait for the ambulance to come in like 2 or 3 hours. No, he shoved us in the car because time was of the essence. Yeah, and off we went. Yeah, so thumbs up to Dr. Stone. Yeah, we need more doctors like him, but he's obviously not here no more. Yeah, so Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the little story, and take care. Thank you so much.
I'm stuck on that hospital floor, still screaming your name. People keep talking like they know what I need, but all their comfort feels like gasoline on me. Don't tell me to breathe.